Hey YouTube. So today what I'm going to be doing is trying to fix this Asus Tuff card. I just got this from eBay yesterday, and as soon as it starts to mine, boom, 108 to 110. It's basically 110 the whole time. The miner will fluctuate back and forth to 108. But what I'm going to do today is try to tear this down and repad it with all the wrong thermal pads. So I have 3 mils, and I have 1.5 mils and some 1 mils. So I'm gonna be stacking some pads and just seeing if I can do enough to make it bring those temps down a little bit before, my other pads come in. So let me show you guys what was going on here. This has been repadded. There's a couple of strip screws. Someone did a horrible job on this thing. I mean, every single thermal pad's crooked. Look, these ones look like they just disintegrated. So I don't know if this was like a horrible job from factory, but it looks like someone's been in here. So I'm gonna try to clean this up. And I have a series of 3 mil pads, 1 mil pads, and some 1.5 mil pads that I had left over. So I'm just gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do the back 3 mil and then try to stack 2 1 mils to get this done today, because I can't keep running this card like this. So we'll see what happens. I gotta clean this up, and we'll start cutting some pads up. Alright, so I am doing a heck of a job on this. No alcohol, just dry wipes. I got the backside all done with 3 mil. That was fine. But here's my situation on this side, because I don't have any 2 mil. I got this 1 mil I plan on stacking, but I don't think I'm going to be able to stack double throughout the whole thing. So this top one was pretty eaten up on just this side. That's for this top memory controller. So I cut off the eaten away part and slid that one over. So hopefully that thermal pad's going to be good enough for that. Then I plan on stacking this side and stacking this one, and then seeing if I have enough to stack the other strip on this side. So 1 mil's for the win. Here we go. Let's see if I can hacksmith this baby together pretty much crappily do this and see if I get anything better for the time being, because this thing was not happy at all. So let's see what I can do. Okay, just got it done. So let's see if we got better temps. Okay, so we're back on the test bench, and I booted this thing up, and it is 92C. It's been running for 3 minutes. 92C. The PMD is showing, you guys can see that or not, for 235 watts, 238 watts. So, and that's getting 99.33 mega hash. I have this RAM turned down a little bit because I turned it up to 10,451 instead of 351, and it got 0.3 more mega hash. And I'm not really, it's like, forget that, I'll just turn it down a little bit. But yeah, this thing is fixed. One thing I did have to do is I did have to pull the card back apart, because right there, you guys can see that, but right there, that little memory controller, I reused the factory thermal pad that it came with, and I just cut the bad part off and slid it over. Well, it wasn't thick enough. It wasn't even touching the memory. So I put the card all together, everything else was touching but that. And so it would take a little bit, but it would heat up to 110 still. So I pulled it all back apart, cut that thermal pad in half again, and then flipped it onto itself. And then it covered that one last micron chip right there. And bam, 94C. And it hasn't gone above 94C yet. And this room is hot that I'm in. Our AC just broke in this house, so there's no airflow, no nothing. There's not even a ceiling fan up in here. So yeah, it's working really good. So I'm happy with that. That's just some thermal pads and thermal grease I had laying around. Stacked a bunch of 1 mils on top to do the 2 mil side, and then left everything else factory, and then put 3 mils in the back. And shoot, you would think I just redid the whole pad, didn't use any alcohol, just wiped everything down. Pretty much did this whole thing wrong, and it still worked just fine. So that's pretty cool. It was a little experiment I was trying to kind of do. since I didn't have anything, we just moved here. Just kind of like, I'll just do it with what I can find and see if I can fix it, because this thing's running too hot. And success, baby. So if you have this kind of situation going on where you're like, I'm not recommending this, but if you just, need to get it done, get her done. As long as all your Micron chips or your memory chips are touching that with some sort of thermal pad, they're going to be good. It's not really the thermal pad's problem. That's the deal. It's as soon as it doesn't touch that heatsink, it overheats. So, till next time,